Today, I would like to stage an intervention for the two of you. This will be the first of my mostly scripted videos on this channel, so I'm going to establish a formula.
E equals MC squared.
Scripted in quotation marks. Oh.
Here you go. This is the Fire Emblem Fates intervention slideshow.
You did not need to put this much effort into this.
Okay, but now, you're probably wondering why I've made this.
Yeah.
Well, I figured now is the best time to discuss something of vital importance. Trees.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh.
Not just any
What?
trees.
Trees what?
Not even just Leo's trees. Today I'd like to talk about the great Fire Emblem Fates family tree.
Oh no.
But
Right.
why am I doing this?
Tree had a
Well-
family then.
This will be a rare instance where I'll be spoiling a few things that the game will eventually explain, which is why I'm not going to go into full depth, but while the game does explain it eventually, and sometimes optionally, it never really goes into the implications, for reasons that
we're
will
talking
probably
about-
become obvious by the end of this.
You brought up family tree,
Right.
and I immediately thought that we're going into incest, which we are now, since you brought up
Yeah.
implications.
Ah.
Yeah.
I figured now that both of you are beginning your separate journeys, and while you're still relatively on the same page, now is the time to really clarify some things in advance before one of you makes a choice you may regret, or in Alex's case, do
Right.
it anyway for the lols. Or in the case of a friend from the Xenoblade server, has already done it and tries to convince us it's the best ship.
Officer, I swear it was an ironic incest.
You know, things like incest, or worse, doing
you
a
know what,
step
like-
bro.
Oh no.
But
Also,
first we must establish.
Okay, I'd like to interject for a second.
Yeah?
I swear that, like, Fates just needs an app, like what they have in Norwegian or something, or like in Iceland, where they just have, like, where they track, like, how distant cousins or how related, like, people are.
There are
I just, like, go,
apps.
like,
You know, like 23andMe.
yeah,
There are
Iceland
apps
has
for that.
Yeah,
There are
Iceland
apps for
has
that
that.
in Norway and Iceland.
Maybe not Norway, but Iceland definitely has it because they have such a small population.
Yeah.
That, like,
Right.
it's
You
basically
kinda need
the
it.
B-movie joke where it's
Ah.
like, bro, they're your cousin. Yeah, distant cousin.
Anyway, so first we'll establish, who are the players in this game of love and medieval cockfuckery? So, in Fire Emblem Fates, there are two main families. The Norians and the Hoshidans. Nor is ruled by King Garen, and Hoshido is ruled by King Sumeragi.
Yo, it's me on the left.
Was
Wait, met-
ruled by King
Alright.
Sumeragi.
right, I was.
That bastard had it coming to him.
But back to business. King Garen has four notable children. Xander, Camilla, Leo, and Elise. For the
They
sake of
actually
simplicity, I will be referring to these four as the Norian siblings. Now, on the other side...
Hang on, wait, are they actually his biological siblings?
I thought that they were all
Hold on.
Not
stolen
siblings.
from an orphanage
Sorry,
or something.
not siblings, children. Are they actually his biological children?
To King Garen? Yes,
Yeah.
they are
That'd
King
be
Garen's
fun.
biological children.
Okay.
Right.
They are what we'll generally refer to as the Norian siblings. Anyway, now on the other side, King Sumeragi also had four notable children. Ryoma,
I like his hair.
Hinoka, Takumi, and Sakura. For the sake of simplicity, I will also be referring to these four as the Hoshiden siblings. Now to address the outliers.
Oh no.
Korin,
The gray area.
the main character, is a Hoshiden royal who was kidnapped and raised by the Norian royalty. Conversely, Azura was kidnapped and raised by the Hoshiden royals in retaliation. Alright, is everybody following so far?
Yeah, two wrongs make a right. Gotcha.
Yep. Okay.
Can you,
Now
excuse
this
me,
is
can
where
you
it
get
gets...
off my screen? You little bastard! Come on, I'm watching lore. You can't be distracting me. Here, you can sit on my lap and watch,
My
Steve.
cat is much more well behaved.
Yeah, we're trying. Yeah, Alex's cat. We're trying to.
This is a very
how to
important intervention, alright? You can't interrupt
So
this.
that we
This
don't-
is Fire
so-
Emblem lore. You have to read this. I'm
So
holding
I
your
commit-
eyelids open.
Yeah, we're trying to figure out how to not commit accidental incest.
Yep. Okay.
You don't have to worry about incest because you're an animal, and also it's instinctive to you.
You know, that reminds
Humans
me
are
of
the
also-
only species where they justify incest.
I-
Did you know that, Dawn?
that reminds me of a joke I heard where a guy, some veterinarian or something, is coming into a woman's house because her cat had recently given birth to a litter, and
Oh, no.
and she couldn't understand why, because she said that her cat didn't have contact with any male cats, and then the veterinarian finds a big male cat, and he's like, "Well, what are you surprised? You've got a big Tom with you." And she says, "You should be ashamed, sir. That's her brother."
Oh no.
Okay,
So
but anyway.
back to Fire Emblem.
Now this is
So
where
we're
it
just
gets
tone matching
complicated.
the presentation.
So, you may have noticed I haven't mentioned Makoto yet. That is
Right.
because
Mom.
Makoto is not actually the Hoshin siblings' real mother.
Okay, just quick question. Sorry to interject again, but did Corn get anything for her mom for Mother's Day? It's a bit rude. It's today.
She's dead though.
You can still get her something. Flowers.
Just put flowers on her grave.
Sorry,
anyway.
Mom.
She is King Sumeraki's second wife.
What?
And the real mother of Corrin.
Right.
Except this graphic, this is wrong. And that is because, and this is only explained after you try to marry your literal siblings, King Sumeragi is not the father!
Right.
Oh. Oh no. We've been jury sprunged.
And apparently Queen Makoto sends this letter because she foresees you wanting to fuck your sibling. That must have been an awkward vision. Thinking back, this relation may explain why Corrin has a vision at the start of the game, which in concept would be cool if they ever actually use these abilities for anything other than plot device bullshit. Twice? No, 3 times? All this solely to justify wanting to fuck your sister. And they're still step-siblings!
God damn it.
Now, conversely, on the Norian side, first I'd like to reiterate, Corrin is still not related to the Norians by blood. However, as you may have noticed when I hinted at it earlier, neither is Azura. Yeah, I know. This is where it gets stupid. But brace
What?
yourself. We've only just begun. You're about to
Okay.
see some serious shit. So, King Garen is actually Azura's stepfather. He married Azura's mother after Azura was already born. Following so far? Because this is where we
Before
hit
you-
the bottom
no,
of the
please stop,
iceberg.
please, you need to stop. This is like the breaking point.
I mean,
Did Garen have like Azula first, or is it before, after the other?
No, Azura was born to a separate father before Azura's mother married Garen. Garen is
She's-
her stepfather.
right. She's
No,
still,
I mean I mean the kid, when the timeline. When was Azula born? Is she older than Xander?
No, I think she's roughly around Corrin's age, so
Okay.
probably between Camilla and Leo's age.
Alright.
yeah. She's still Norian though, right? Because her mother's Norian.
Norians come.
Possibly. Anyway, back to business.
We're the worst
Yeah.
audience, aren't we?
Following so far,
Yeah.
No, it's fine. I was hoping I'd get some reactions. Because this is where we
Hey,
hit
it
the
makes for
bottom
good
of the
content.
iceberg. Azura's mother is Queen Makoto's sister.
Right.
Sister?
Now, you can probably see the issue. Many, in fact.
Okay.
There's
So,
gonna be an incel at the end of this.
lightning
they're not
round.
Okay.
This game lets you fuck your cousin.
Right.
Yeah.
Also,
Yes.
King Garen actually killed his own brother-in-law, kidnapped his nibbling-in-law, actual terminology by the way, look it up,
That sounds like a
And-
slur.
is at war with his sister-in-law. He
Okay.
really hated his in-laws.
Okay.
Also,
Somehow
yeah,
this is
that
somehow
makes...
this is
Yeah?
somehow this is more confusing than Elden Ring's like family
Right.
tree and like
So there's
like family politics.
Yeah. So it's not just like that. Goran and Azura aren't just step siblings, but also cousins.
They are cousins, because Azura's mother is your mother's sister.
Right. The fact that she was adopted by the Hoshiden royal family also makes her a stepsister in a way.
I'm just gonna turn
That would be
I'm
I
just-
think that's just an adoptive sister. But
I'm just
you
gonna
weren't
turn
around
my-
for that anyway, because you'd also
Yeah.
been kidnapped first.
I'm just gonna turn Corrin into like my Corrin into a Volcel, seriously. Like she is now voluntarily celibate. That or she's dating Jacob. But knowing this game, Jacob's somehow related to them.
It's fine, you can probably just have Azura marry somebody's retainer. I'm sure the retainers
just-
aren't related to the royal family. Hopefully.
I don't know, Ben. Are you sure? Are you sure they weren't kidnapped?
But also,
They didn't
yeah.
know that they're related to Corrin somehow?
But also, yeah, that makes King Garen not your father, but your uncle.
Can you pause for a second? My cat's being really noisy.
As far as uncles go, probably not the worst uncle. But that also means the Norian siblings and the Hoshin siblings are all step cousins. Yeah, when I said family tree singular, that wasn't a mistake. This family
Sorry,
tree
I'm
feels
back.
more like Smash Ultimate, because everyone is here. Suddenly,
Sorry, well,
the Branch of Fate feels less like a war between two nations, and more like the worst family reunion in history.
to be fair though, this
This
is
whole
pretty
game
accurate.
is just one big family drama over the custody of the child.
I mean that. Yeah. That
So,
also kind of sums up.
Any
Greek mythology.
questions?
Sorry, I had to let my cat out, so I just came back. But I did hear the last part where it just turns out to be like a whole Jerry Springer episode.
Yeah. I was gonna say that kind of does sum up Greek mythology as well. Like,
Greek mythology. This just sums up royalty in general.
yeah.
I'll give like Fates this. It is quite accurate to like I don't know royal
Yeah.
like families where they all like fuck each other over because they want to be like the thing. But the biggest question that I have is, how did one end up with the Hoshiden like aesthetic and the other ones ended up with like the English like aesthetic? Like, did the Corrin's like dad marry like the sister, or like did they come over here or something?
Okay, Nor and Hoshido are two independent nations, right?
Okay.
One was founded by the Dawn Dragon, one by the Dusk Dragon. I think Dawn is
Excuse me, I'm
Hoshido,
just-
Dusk was Nor, and that's where
I'm
their
writing my
lineages
notepad.
come from dragons,
Yeah.
hence why they can use dragon veins.
Yeah.
The real connection between the two families is you and Azura's mothers.
Yeah.
They're sisters, and one married King Garen, the other married King Sumeragi. But
Yeah.
neither of them actually had the Norian or Hoshiden siblings as children. Just
Yeah.
you and Azura with somebody other than King Garen or King Sumeragi.
Mm.
Yeah.
So it's sort of this... They're all sort of related by marriage exclusively, distantly.
Yeah.
but they still all just kind of fit into this one big family tree in this weird, stupid, messed up way. And obviously, I did mention that I've left out some details for spoilers, mostly because those aren't relevant to incest and step-siblings in particular. Or step-cousins.
What you're saying is me and Alexei and Tim don't care unless it's incest.
I mean, you'll figure it out eventually. There's some wild plot to drop going on later.
Yeah.
Okay.
But, anyway, I hope you enjoyed this presentation. Any other questions?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
That goes for the viewers. You can also leave questions in the comments.
Is it all based on England or Scandinavia or something else?
It's sort of this mishmash of European cultures, like Celtic, Norwegian, Saxon.
What was Alex's question?
I'm trying to think of a question that isn't spoilery, because I'm trying to ask a question that isn't one that Ben can't answer. Like, I'm trying to find a question that I can ask.
Yeah, just go ahead. If it's spoilery, I'll tell you it's spoilery.
Okay, fine. I noticed that you showed one of, like, Corin's dad, but you didn't show one of, like, Corin's mom. So is she not in the game?
I was kind of inconsistent with these parent things, actually. I'll go back, because, like,
okay.
I gave
Fine.
Azura's mother just a black box, and then I gave the Hoshiden siblings just the question marks, and then I gave Corin's father the robed figure.
Okay. Alright, I'm fine with that. Sorry, continue.
Don't think too deeply into that yet. Anyway, yeah.
Trying to think about what else to ask.
So you kind of put these two, like, family trees next to each other. There's Mikoto, related to the Hoshidans, and there's Makoto's relationship to the Norians.
Is there a tree? Is there like a pre-existing like tree that we can like have a look at? Because I know that you've done
spoilers.
like
I have found a few cute ones, but there's two problems. One is I haven't found one that actually has everyone on it. There is one particular character who has a relationship that is exclusively revealed in DLC, which people always leave off family trees because it's such a crapshoot of a relationship.
Okay. We might have to look at that at the end of the series.
Yeah.
Alright then. I was just planning on just asking you if you could like get one, but like black out the spoilers. But if that's the case, then we're gonna. Yeah.
But if I did black them out, then you'd know who shows up in the story.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair. Probably best to do that. Not at all then.
I love this. As big family reunions go, this one's got to be the worst in history.
Is that also from Fire Emblem?
Yeah, that's Fire Emblem Three
Houses. Three Houses. I know because that's the guy who hangs upside down on the bottom.
Yep.
That's an actual line from the game. That's not.
Yeah.
It's edited.
Yeah.
Obviously, I know my editing is like perfect, and you can't tell that I've switched family in.
Right.
Oh, I didn't see that. I just thought that was a bit of its armor. My bad.
I know, professional editor. I'm too good at this. The original quote is, as big class reunions go, this one's got to be the worst in history. Because, you know, it's the school Fire Emblem game.
It's the moral of Fire Emblem Fates that all of this could have been solved with therapy or something. I don't think there's like a strength qualified to like deal with any of this shit.
I mean, that's like Fire Emblem in general, isn't it?
Isn't he a good lawyer?
With therapy.
Just have Argos and Nurgle like talk it out. Like, no, you can't destroy the planet. What are you, fucking stupid? No, stop that. Don't be cringe. and just like don't shoot your like friend, I guess.
Shoot your brother-in-law.
Thank you, Argos, for talking it out with me. Man, I thought you would have shot me or something for like using quintessence, which is like the life force from other people.
Do you mean Athos or?
Oh, Athos. Argos, sorry, my bad.
Argos. I was so confused for a second.
I thought it was Argos. Who am I thinking of?
Oh, speaking of Argos, my sister finished Xenoblade Chronicles.
Oh, that's
I
good.
can give it to you now. Have fun. It's a big game.
Okay, I typed in Argos, and I just got a miraculous ladybug character, so
Okay.
I just think I mispronounced it.
Well,
That is a weird-ass design.
Is it
No more questions?
is it a miraculous user or an Akuma?
I think it's a Kuma. I haven't seen the show, but they looked dark and scary, so it's probably a Kuma.
I haven't seen the show
Yes.
either. Are you
Oh,
talking
your
about Street
keychains look-
Fighter?
No, we're talking about Miraculous Ladybug,
Yeah,
which
I
is
know.
better than Street Fighter. Also,
Yeah,
your
no.
keychains look awesome. Thanks for showing them, Tim.
Alright, so no more
Tim
questions?
also
Can I close this
contributed
presentation
to-
now?
No.
Alright, Tim, do you have any questions?
Why was trees spelled with the possessive S and not
Oh shit,
anything else?
what did I do? Did I make a minor spelling error?
Minor spelling error.
You're never gonna recover from this.
Video ruined.
Yeah,
Crap.
yeah.
Ah, I
Gotta
spent
go
so
over
many
again.
hours on this presentation! All ruined! I've got to do it again! Ah!
Trees' images?
Minor spelling error.
Unwatchable.
And,
Not YouTube worthy.
Unwatchable.
Alright.
I'm unsubscribing.
Audience, please doxing
And
I
Clickbait
am
for this
not-
error.
I am
This is not
unticking the bell,
salvageable.
and I am
You're getting-
disliking.
you're getting cancelled.
Damn it!
Please dislike,
Do not
unsubscribe, and
take
report the
200.
video to YouTube for misinformation.